once again um, to the second part of this video, and we are going to be talking about how the website works, and then we're going to talking about the DNS browser, the web server, and the rest of them. So I kind of explained it in the first part of this video, but let me explain it again. So we said that the domain name has to do with the name, right? The name that you choose for the product that you sorry for the website that you want to build. My website name.com, and then is either .com or .ng or .org or .biz, and the rest of them, anyone you want to go for, depending on what you want to build. And some of these extensions require some kind of permission from the you know the company that sells them or whatsoever, okay, which we are going to know very shortly about. Then the next one you have is the hosting. You need a hosting, and the, this is very very important. You have gotten the name, okay, where do you want to do what do you want to do with the name? So you want to host it. It's just like you buying a lunch bag for your child, and then writing the name of your child on the launch bag. So the name of your child is the domain name, while the launch bag is the hosting. Okay, and then by so doing, all children that have identical bags in the class is going to know that this does not belong to us, but this belongs to this other guy. Then we have the one we call a DNS, domain name system, or sometimes we call it server, but domain name system is the one that we usually it is. So domain name system has to do with there are a lot of websites online, like I did the other time in the experiment that I ran, a lot of websites online, and when you mix just one letter you know um in a website name, it directs you to another website or something. So there is a system that we call a domain name system. You remember that a computer does not understand the human language, French, Igbo, English, and the rest of them. Computer understand only binaries, mathematics, and the only way in which computer can be able to communicate to different computers at every level is by mathematical or language. And that being said, DNS has to do with the system. It has to do with the system by which the computer, by which the internet and the computer translate your Facebook. For instance, the facebook.com, you remember that this facebook.com is an English word, which maybe when a Chinese guy want to write his own, you might just be some symbols here, and then when an Igbo guy want to write his own, he might want to write in his own language. Or then what the person might want to write is something like you know for akwụkwọ or whatsoever. So let me just say, like, for an Igbo guy right in Nigeria, for akwụkwọ for akwụkwọ.com. Okay, and all of these things are all trying to, so these are different languages that this Facebook can have. However, computer is not seeing it like that. Okay, computer is, so when you have purchased a domain name and then a hosting, computer using what we call a DNS is going to give this particular domain name a certain number, so that every computer all over the world can be able to access it, irrespective of where that person is and irrespective of the language that person is speaking, right? Okay, so in this particular situation, so when you buy a domain name, the computer is going to change it to maybe something like, these, something like this that we call an IP address. So this becomes the IP address of Facebook anywhere you are in the world, because you have been able to purchase it. Now, you give it to a child, and then your child is, in the name of the child is Mr. Emmanuel, and Mr. Emmanuel is 5 year old. No matter what is being done in this world, that child still remain 5 year old as long as a new year have not come. Okay, so this is the year of the child forever. But when it comes to DNS, this is the year of the child. This is an identity of this particular. So basically, anything you type in the computer that are text, that are images, that are whatsoever, are actually converted to numbers. So there is nothing in the computer that you see, you can interact with, that is in the language that you know, okay, that that is a common language. Your computer have been trained to interpret some of those things for us. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say in this sense. So that is what we mean DNS. Now let me do this experiment again. You remember I did an experiment with Gigi.ng, which is a Nigerian brand, and then I also did another one, the same Gigi, but this time around .com. But they brought out two different results. One is a Chinese company, and the other is a Nigerian brand, right? The other is a Nigerian brand. Sorry. Okay, so this is the Gigi Nigerian brand, and then this is Gigi Chinese. Same spelling, only thing that the difference is what just the extent. So this is of DNS. It separates different websites and give them what we call a unique IP address that will make them different from every other website in the world. We as an individual, we cannot see these unique IP addresses, but the computer knows it, and it can also be gotten again by cybersecurity guys. Those who are in cybersecurity, they can actually have it. So this is me trying to upload a video, and then that is it. So the next one we have here is now let's now talk about some of the web servers that we have, right? Let's just talk about it. Now we have the one we call what's it called again? Namecheap, right? We have namecheap.com, we have bluehost.com, bluehost.com, and then we have some in Nigeria, right? And the one we have in Nigeria, we have WooCohost.com. As a matter of fact, I will not be using the services of WooCohost.com again, but I've been using it for some years now. I found a reputable brand that I want to be using, but that doesn't mean you cannot use them. I think the major problem for which I'm not using them is because of my Python hosting being point. So that's the reason why I am not using it. If you want to know my recommendation, you can comment in the comment section, and then I'm going to recommend a certain one for you. Okay, so now I typed brewhost.com and then it came out. I want to open the actual website. I'm going to click it like this. Now these are websites where we can come and then we buy um domains. You can buy domain here, and then you can also buy a hosting in any of these places. But let me just do my practice with this one now. So let's say for instance I want to buy Shison, right? Shison.com as my own domain name, and then I search for it. It's going to search all through the DNS system. There is an API you're going to search for to know if there is somebody who is already answering, who already have a website that is called Shison com. If there is a website like that everywhere in the world, it is not going to give you a positive answer. It's going to tell you that somebody already have this particular domain. You can't share it with somebody in the world so that people will not get confused trying to check for the website that they want to log into. I don't know why it's taking time, but I that's basically how to do this. Let me just give it a little more time. Then okay, I can also search for here. Let me search the same thing, shisum.com, right? And then I'm going to click on search. So the same, I'm using different, but I'm searching different. Let me know if this one is going to give me a positive response, while the other will give me a negative response. Let me just check if that is going to happen. And then I don't know why this one has stopped generating response for me. And then okay, so you can see here now, Shison.com is available, but it is on a premium, is on a premium, badge, Chisholm.com is available according to this company. This other people is also saying that it is available and it is a premium domain as well. And then this other company is also saying that this Chisholm.com is taken but available for transfer. That simply means that somebody has purchased it and that person is willing to sell it for this amount, 24,000 naira from this company. And then um then but this company say that they are going to get it for you for it's available for it's available for two uh god I beg oh, $2,888, right? And then this other company is also saying that they're going to the same price for non-Nigerian. So this is a Nigerian name. So Nigerian is selling it for a cheaper amount, but these other guys are selling it for a more costly account. So but the concept here is that it is available, right, for you to purchase it. That's our names as well. Now Chisholm Design.com is also available at $12. This one $12, this one $2, this one. So depending on what you want to do, and then you know the one that you want to go for, right? And then so this is what we mean by when we're talking about web servers. Okay, so these are the companies that you come and then you purchase web related services, and from then so you have the even their hosting plans, right? So this is for name. So there are two things you need to buy a name from them, and you also need to buy a hosting from them. So let me check for the hosting of this company. So their web hosting plan, web take your idea. Okay, so the web hosting plan is let me scroll down and know instead of clicking. Okay, so okay, that means I really need to click on it. So I'm going to click on web hosting, and then I'm going to wait for it to load. However, these people say that this is a variable, but somebody else, there is something we call a domain name flipping. If you maybe kind of find a certain brand that somebody is building, and then you know that this person wants to build a website, you can actually buy the name of that company off, so that that person will now and then put your own price. Like this person that bought this Shison.com now, normally this is supposed to be sold for maybe like 9,000 naira, 10,000 naira, but this person has added a lot of money. You're purchasing, but he's willing to sell it, so you have to pay extra money for the person to transfer it for you or something. So many people do that, especially to big brands and big companies, so that they can be able to earn money. We call it domain name flipping. So this is the hosting plan. Okay, so you are buying the name, but you want to buy a house or maybe a hosting for it, a space in this company, so that they can be able to carry your website under your name for you or something of that nature. I hope you know um this thing I bought explaining is very very clear. Then we have so it's depending on the kind of website you want to build. They have different hosting services. This one 875 naira um for you know um per month, and these are the web spaces that they offer. These are different services that come along with them. There are some of them that you would understand now, but we are going to explain it in further classes. Okay, so having said that, now we have done justice to hosting, DNS, and then web browsers and the rest of them. So in this class again, we are going to talk about in our next video, we are now going to be talking about you know um how you can be able to start to work on WordPress, right? Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next